Hey guys, it's Tomorrow2582 here, back at it again with another video, and this is going to be how to do the Omero combo on Neeko. And here's my credentials in case you need them. Alright, so let's get right into the video. Here's a brief overview of what we'll be going over, and I'll leave the timestamps in the description so you guys can skip ahead to the parts that you want. I'll show you guys some examples here, but I've been playing Neeko since like August of last year. And the idea behind the Omero combo is basically a combo that's guaranteed to hit. Back when I started doing this, no one was doing it, but I'm sure by now some people have figured it out and picked it up, especially the people that watch me.
What?
To understand how the combo is put together, we need to take a look at some of Neeko's abilities, starting with her R. As you guys probably already know, Neeko has a 1.25 second charge up on her ultimate before it can actually land. And this makes it very easy to react to, because the charge up gives a big enough time window for the enemy to know that your ult is going to land. It's the main weakness that the ult has, but this is necessary to make the ability balanced. The problem with this is that if you charge up R and you need to flash to get into position to actually land it on your enemies, and you're planning to flash, your opponents will probably see this in advance, and it's very easy to react to it and to flash your R flash preemptively. And of course, if you read the text, you'll notice that you can actually bypass this with Neeko's passive by disguising into another champ. The charge up circle won't actually show if you disguise into another champ. A lot of people actually don't even know this part. So you can cover your R's weakness by disguising into another champ. But the problem with this method is that if you get hit by any enemy spell or auto attack while you're in disguise form, it'll reveal you to your normal form. Which means if you're charging up your R and then you get hit by anything, it'll reveal the charging circle, and they'll know that you're coming to ult flash them. So they'll still have a pretty big window to flash before you get to flash. So we need to find another way to guarantee the combo. One of the first things I did when I picked up Neeko was I went to look at the wiki to look at the AP ratios and look at the root durations and cooldowns and stuff. But one of the main things I was interested in was the overlap of chaining E into R. I was basically wondering if I could cover the R charge up duration with my E. And as you can see here on the wiki, unless you have your E maxed all the way, or unless you have it empowered by going through another unit, it won't actually cover the whole charge up duration of your R. Of course you can E and then use the travel time before E lands to start charging up your R. But essentially, since you're Eing and then Ring before you even know if your E is going to land, your E can still miss, and then you basically wasted your ultimate for no reason. Another thing I noticed when I first picked up Neeko back in like August of last year is that I went to a practice tool, and I noticed that while you were channeling your R, you were still free to use any other abilities or even items. And this is where the E comes in. We can charge up our ult and then essentially press E anytime while we're charging it up to lock someone in place to make sure that they get hit by your ult. This leads to our next point, which is guaranteeing the E. One of Ahri's best plays is the Charm Flash combo. You essentially press Charm and then you look to flash anywhere inside the cast time duration before the spell is thrown out. Every spell has a cast time. Some of them are instant, but 90% of spells have a non-instant cast time. And the blue bar here shows you the duration of the cast time. And if you do this on Ahri, the charm will actually come out in the location you flash to. We can apply the exact same thing to Neeko. We can use E flash, and your E will come out at the location that you flash to if you flash during the E's cast time. And I just want to point out here for the people that think that they can't do this, so that they're not good enough to do this, or that they're afraid to mess up in an actual game, just go into the practice tool right now, load up the practice tool, and enable auto refresh cooldowns, and just practice E-flashing. You should be using the practice tool already on the champs that you play to learn a couple things or to push them to their limits. But it's really not that hard. You literally just have to go into the practice tool. And now we just combine these two ideas. The idea of Eing inside the R and E-flashing. And if we put these two things together, we get the Omero combo. Last important thing to point out though is actually Neeko's disguise. Even if the enemy knows that Neeko is disguised, they won't actually expect abilities to be thrown out. So if Neeko's in disguise form, it's harder for them to react to disguise form E rather than regular E. Because they just won't be expecting the E to come out right off the bat from disguise. First, start out in disguise form. This way the enemies can't see you charging up your ult. Like I said, they also won't expect abilities to come out straight through the disguise, even if they know you're Neeko. They won't expect you to throw out E. Once you get into position, you press R to start charging your ult. And then right before it finishes charging, you use E-flash on your priority targets. And then after your ult lands, you press Q on the rooted targets. A couple things to note here. First is that your R has a cast time. So after you finish charging up, normally there's still a time window where people would normally react to your ult. But your E will cover this cast time if you E-flash, like I said. And the second thing is that you want to make sure you Q after your ult lands. My original Omero combo had you doing R charge up into E-flash Q. But the problems with E-flash Q are that you don't have a whole lot of time when you're trying to E-flash at the end. That's one of the problems. So a lot of times you won't get to Q because you won't have enough time to Q. And the second more important thing is that sometimes people dash to a different direction, or people are just moving really fast or faster than normals with Shurelya's or any movement speed or dash. And sometimes they'll dodge your E, or they'll move to a different location to where you would have thrown your Q. So if you use Q before your ult lands with E-flash Q, then some of the times you'll actually miss your Q. So to guarantee that you hit your Q, and it'll proc at least twice, you want to make sure you wait until your ult lands to Q. I guess you can Q early sometimes, but it's just really risky unless it's super guaranteed or you land your E early. But the point is, most of the time you should be waiting until after you land your ult to throw out your Q. And yeah, that's it guys, that's the combo. That's the Omero combo. And the mini Omero combo is just the same thing but without flash. So you disguise, you charge up your R, and then you E right before it lands to guarantee the hit. And then you press Q at the end. So yeah guys, that's it. That's the Omero combo. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Check out my other videos as well. I've also been making some Neeko tips and tricks videos, so don't forget to subscribe. Check out my Twitch as well, sometimes I stream there. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, quotes, also leave them down in the description below. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.